Hey y'all, it's Fab Jen. I'm back. This is another requested video, and it's also a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it is touching on the subject of heat training, heat laxing. You can use that interchangeably. It's up to you. I'm going to basically be talking about the products that I used, the texture of my hair, and why I decided to heat train my hair, and the process of researching and deciding whether or not if this is something for you. I also want to put it out there that I love all my natural sisters. I love all my perm sisters. I love all my weaved and wig sisters. I don't discriminate. Versatile with my hair, whether I want it in an afro one day, or the next day I want it straight, or the next day I want to do a wig, or the next day I want to do weave. It's my hair. That's just me, and I'm not knocking anybody for the choices that they make on their hair. You know, you just have to make, if it's, as long as it's not hurting you physically, I think, hey, go for it. Because I've had weaves, wigs, all of it. You name it, perms, pressed, whatever, I've had it. So I started heat training my hair approximately 6 months ago in January. And I didn't know about heat training. I was, before that, 4 years ago, I didn't put any heat on my hair. From the time I went natural, that's pretty much what I did. I grew out my hair, I transitioned, chopped it off, little teeny weeny afro. I do have some pictures of that I'll post of what I look like with a teeny weeny afro, my big chop. I actually have a video of when I big chopped. It's not the best quality, but I actually did big chop. I had chopped off my back, and then I chopped off the rest here on YouTube, and I do have a video of that, and I'll post a link below. And I never looked back. I was very, very happy with my hair. My hair texture, I got to know my hair texture and learned that it molds very well, and it froze very well, and makes the most beautiful afro you'll ever see. I make some damn good afros. I just have to say that for myself. My hair shrinks a lot after a wash, and it was just a lot of problems with detangling. I broke off a lot of hair in the end when I finally went to a beautician who herself was natural. She said, you have a lot of breakage here, and she said that's very common for naturals to have a lot of breakage, especially in the crown or, you know, areas like that, because of it's common for natural women to have breakage, especially in the thicker parts of their hair, to have a lot of breakage because of the detangling process. And I've used conditioners, things that have slip. I should have used glycerin, and I have a lot of breakage. And even now, when I'm pressing my hair right here, which is the thickest part of my hair, when it's in its natural state, lots of breakage. It's a lot. I think it's about this much of hair when I straighten it out in some parts, and it really breaks my heart because I just didn't know, because there's no manual, there's no book, especially 4 years ago, that tells you what's the best way to not break your hair and still be natural and detangling. They did have videos, but they didn't have a boatload of videos, and I just wasn't into, I didn't know how seriously I was going to go into it. I mean, I knew I was serious about it, but I didn't know for sure my texture and all that other stuff. I think it's good to know your hair texture type. I think it's good, that way it could better help you understand what products work better for you as well. Like my daughter has, I say this about a million times in some of my videos, 2C, 3A hair. She has very coily hair. It's changed throughout the years, but it's mostly very ringlet, coily hair, and you can easily mold it. It can be very wavy depending on how you style the hair. The products that I use for my hair might be too heavy for her hair. Like, my hair loves some grease, honey. Loves some grease. I cannot grease my daughter's hair. It's unnecessary because she doesn't need the grease. My son, I don't put a whole lot of grease on his hair. His hair is slightly more coarser, but it's very similar to his sister. Pink lotion works good for Leah's hair, but I use light pink lotion on her. My daughter, my youngest daughter, has like 4A, 4B hair, and most of the products that were good for me were good on her, but some do and some don't. You know, it's just a trial and error. So I'm in a whole digressing. So pretty much when I went to the beautician, she said, listen, you can heat over time. You keep coming or keep straightening your hair's curl pattern will soften or become more manageable. I just want to let you know before I do that, because some people are devastated when they lose their curls. my hair could possibly permanently become more manageable or straight, she said yes. I said, go for it, girl. And she pressed the holy fa-foo-foo out of my hair. I will have a link to that video, me showing my hair what it looked like fresh getting back from the hair salon. I'll have that link posted below. And I loved it. It was manageable. It stayed straight. It was easy to put back in a ponytail, go on about my business, and do what I wanted to do a lot easier. It started off my day a lot easier. Before that, I was putting all kind of braids, plaits in my hair that just didn't look flattering on me. And more than often I wore caps, I wore scarves, I wore wigs and things of that nature, because I was still trying to figure out what to do with my natural hair, even though it was long enough to put up in a ponytail. I was just struggling. And there was a lot of beautiful gurus on here, natural hair sisters, that did tutorials, and that helped. I pinned up my hair, and I did like some of the styles, but I just felt like certain wigs, half wigs, I couldn't wear anymore because my hair was natural. So now that gave me the option of wearing my half wigs again, or leaving some of my hair out because it was straight. So it just offered me a lot more ease, and it's convenient, especially when you got 3 kids, dealing, that's a child in itself, dealing with your natural hair. That was me personally. I don't hate my hair. I don't hate the texture of my hair. I just hate that it is a pain in the ass to deal with on a daily basis. So what I did was decided to heat lax. I started looking into other YouTube videos, blogs, and I saw a lot of successful women who heat trained. Hair down to their butt. It wasn't just on YouTube, it was on some blogs and things, but heat training was, you could have healthy hair and straighten it, but you just had to make sure your hair was healthy, how to condition it, how to prepare the hair, and all that other stuff. Because I do find that with my hair being pressed or heat lax, that I have to trim the hair every 3 to 4 months, versus if I was natural, it would be every 6 months. Do have another video showing you my hair damped and then braids and poofy kinky. So it's beautiful right now. I like it the way it is. It's just the right amount of kink. It doesn't shrink back like this tight anymore. It's a lot more manageable, and I can wear it now in a natural state without a lot of fuss with detangling. My hair is just a lot easier to manage with. So with that being said, what temperature do I set my flat iron, and what's the process that I go through? Sometimes, just recently, I don't use my blow dryer. I use a Conair blow dryer. I'll have that information posted below, and I blow dry it out. Usually that yields a more straighter result. It makes your hair a little bit more fluffy and more bouncy if you use the blow dryer, but if you don't, it makes you'll have to do a couple more passes than normal on your regular hair than you would, and the roots, the base of it will be thicker, which I like, it's fine. I like my hair to be thick, but I've gotten it actually got really straight this time, and kind of blew my mind. I use this shampoo, which is fabulous. It's a deep moisturizing shampoo. It's pH optimized. After that, I don't go into a conditioner, but if you want to, that's up to you. But I use a mayonnaise, and I use organic roots stimulator. This has protein in it, and supposedly the theory is behind straightening your hair, it takes away some of the protein, the high H2O molecules in the protein, something like that. So you want to add protein back to your hair. This is fantastic. Very herbal smell. Love this. This is probably about like my 8th container. I can't even tell you how many I've had of these. Always a staple piece, period. Even if I wasn't heat trained, this is always a staple piece. So I use that after I fully wash, make sure all that product's out of your hair. Then I use a Alpha G Keratin and Green Tea Restructurizer. This is what I use. I've been using this since the beginning. This is great, fantastic stuff. Alpha G is just amazing, and I will be getting more of their products, and there will be a review coming up on Alpha G very soon. I also sometimes interchangeably use this. It's not bad, but the mayonnaise repair is way better than this. I just like the smell of this. I might go in and do this one first and then do this one, just because I like the smell. Make sure the products are washed out of your hair. But after I do that, this is a leave-in. After I do that, I blow dry. I put Tresemme's heat protector on there. Very affordable. Spray it on. The thing I don't like about this, it makes my hair feel dry, but it yields really nice results. My hair is very protected. I haven't had any problems with this. So I spray it all over, I section it, I blow dry it. After I blow dry it, I whip this out. I heat it up to about, ooh, I put it down. My sister did that. I put it on 425 because my hair does not do anything. 450 will probably be the highest I could go. That's if I want it bone dead, booty bumping straight. I don't want it that straight. So I put it on 425. I let it heat up. After I let that heat up, sometimes I put this Argan Oil on here. I think this is about 13 or 18 bucks on eBay, and you get about 2 ounces. And I put it through my hair. This is actually really good for if you're not going to do a blow dryer and you're just going to go straight to flat iron. That it really helps to concentrate this on your ends. But after I do that, I put a little serum on here, heat protected serum. Just a little dab will do you. This lasts me a long time since this is like January, February, about March, April, May, 3 months. This is how far I've gotten down on the product. I highly recommend you get this serum. It's not too heavy, and all a little dab will do you, just to coat the ends from the root to the tip. And make sure you coat all the ends. And after that, if you want to, you can put oil sheen on there. That's personal preference. If you want to get more of a high shine, you could do that after you do it, after you press the hair, or after you use the serum. And you can flatten your hair, and that will give your hair a high shine, at least for a day or two. That's personal preference. I usually apply the sheen afterwards. And after I do that, I go in the smallest sections possible, and I flatten it because it yields better results. If you do chunky sections, it's not going to flat iron. It won't get as straight, and you'll find yourself going over the hair several times. And the idea is to heat train, but not to add too much heat. So with this high temperature, I usually do 3 passes at the root. I have a video of how I press and straighten my hair. I will have that link posted down below. I've got all of these videos, and it shows you exactly how I do it. And that's with the blow drying method. However, I do pass over my ends at least 2, if not 3 times, depending on how thick the sections are. The best of do your research, know your texture, because you cannot use 425 heat. Depending on I wouldn't use that on my daughter's hair, because I know that will cause some damage to her hair. Or if I use that temperature on her hair, I can only swipe her hair 1 time. I wouldn't use that high of a heat. I think that would just really jack up somebody's hair, her texture. If you have fine hair, that will be more susceptible to heat. If you have thick, kinky hair, I mean kunta kinte kinky, your hair could probably take 425, but you never know. I start off with like 325, 350, 375, 425, and I started from there to see what my hair could tolerate. And after I figured out what was good for me, then that's when I started applying that throughout my hair. I don't press my hair every single day. I don't add any heat on my hair except when I'm pressing it. That's once every 2 weeks, sometimes once every 3 weeks. And that's no more than twice a month do I add heat. And then if I say, for instance, I get fuzzy again, I'll wrap my hair and it'll lay flat again as much as possible. If not, I can rinse it out, braid my hair natural state, slap on a wig or whatever, or do a natural style or protective style and go about my business. So that's pretty much why I heat train. Heat train to me is a choice. It is nothing really new. A lot of people, some people are against it, some people are okay with it, some people don't care, but that's how I heat train. That's the products that I use, and that's the reason why I heat train. It's not because I hate my hair. It's not because I'm trying to get straight bone straight hair. It's because I like the manageability of it. I like that when my hair is in a straightened state, I can do a lot more with it. However, I do like my natural state a lot better now than I did back then, because it's a lot more manageable. Still does beautiful froze, easy to detangle, easy to wash, lays down, it is not limp, it is not dull, and it does have some type of waviness to it still. So I really am happy about that. So alright, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!